And once again, what is up, my fellow patriots? How y'all doing out there in America, land of the free, home of the brave? Me, the Wicked Wizard, back with another video. Refugees are welcome here, right? Give us your massals, your huddled, your poor, your oppressed. Y'all can come to America if you're escaping oppression and seek asylum as refugees, right? Isn't that what they say? The Democrats all the time. Well, yeah, except if you're happen to be a certain demographic of people from a certain spot, then all of a sudden it's not so good and it's all, I don't know, somehow racisms and things. Well, first of all, what are the people fleeing? Well, let's take a look here.
Shoot to kill Yamaza. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer. Brr, pa, pa. Shoot.
Hear what they're saying? They're saying shoot the Boer. The Boer are the white farmers in South Africa. They're saying kill the Boer, shoot the Boer, kill the Boer. They're all dancing around and having a good time about it, aren't they, huh? Well, hey, thank you, Donald Trump, because we did let some refugees in. I think about 49 of them or something like this. So very small handful. However, you want to see the difference in immigration? Look at these folks. Look how happy they are. Look at them waving American flags. Look at them smile. They're not coming here under false pretenses. They're not coming over here to get on our welfare rolls. We're not going to be footing the bills for these people. These people are going to be able to go right to work and help America. They want to become American citizens. They're very happy to be here. Kind of a different situation.
Welcome to the United States of America. It is such an honor for us to receive you here today. This is the land of the free, and we know that all of you have faced. I'm Chris Landau. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm the Deputy Secretary of State of the United States. This is my friend Troy Edgar.
Yeah, I'm the Deputy Secretary of Homeland Security. Again, welcome. So great to have you guys here.
I know you've gone through a long flight. I cannot believe there are babies and children who are actually so well behaved. This is much better than mine are. So bless you for that. And I think it's so happy. It makes me so happy to see you with our flag in your hands, and that flag symbolizes liberty for so many of us. Many of us, our families have had a journey not that different from the journey that you are embarking on today. My own father was born in Europe and had to leave his country when Hitler came in the 1930s, and made his way to South America first and then eventually to the United States. So he is an immigrant who actually, was able to benefit from the many blessings of this country. And one of the reasons that I really wanted to go and work for the government is because I wanted to give back to this country that really brought freedom to my family and allowed us to escape a very difficult situation in another country. So, I know that this is going to be, any adjustment in life, any change takes a while to get used to. But I want you all to know that you are really welcome here and that we respect what you have had to deal with these last few years. We respect the long tradition of your people and what you have accomplished over the years. And I am sure that you will be successful. It's, as you know, a lot of you, I think, are farmers, right? When you have quality seeds, you can put them in foreign soil and they will blossom, they will bloom. And we are excited to welcome you here to our country where we think you will bloom, and we will hopefully allow you to have fulfilling lives for your children, and then we will bloom and we will benefit alongside you.
So absolutely right. Isn't that the American dream? That's what everything's about. That's why we have this country, the great melting pot. These people are escaping oppression, where they are their lives are at risk and on the line, right? But hey, they're white, so we can't have white refugees come over here. It's some sort of racism, the left says. Well, check this out.
It's not alleged discrimination that these people are facing in South Africa. I mean, the law there absolutely allows their property to be confiscated.
Yeah, it sure does. But look at this. Trump halts most refugees, but accepts white South Africans. These people just hate white people.
They are subject to racial discrimination. Some have been subject to violence from some reports that I have read. I mean, we're talking about 50-something people, and the people who seem to be angriest about this today had no problem with 20 million coming here. Some of the worst people in the world coming here, including gang members and so on and so forth. So
yeah, and they fight to keep the gang members in. Hell, they fly out of El Salvador, try to bring the gang members back.
I don't have a lot of sympathy for the folks who are outraged today after what happened to this country over the last several years. Over 50-something people
sympathy.
who are clearly being discriminated against in South Africa. Well, the previous administration had priorities about who to let in, including, all kinds of folks who I would argue shouldn't be here. This administration, I guess, is going to set priorities about who and who not to let in.
But let's just be honest about what those priorities are, right? And by the way, I'm a Democrat here. I did not defend the Biden administration on immigration.
But you voted for him.
So
that doesn't mean that I defended him on
immigration. You voted for a continuation of it in 2024, did you not?
I did not vote for his policies on immigration.
But you voted to extend the immigration policies of the last administration.
No, I did not vote for that.
The point is, you're in a party that opened the borders, and I'm in a party that closed the borders, and I think the American people prefer our way.
Well, he's closed the border.
Yeah. So they're all big mad. They're all upset. There's more of these. Here, listen to this guy.
Says white South Africans are under a, quote, government-sponsored race-based discrimination over a law it claims allows racially motivated seizures of land. But South African leaders strongly deny the allegations. The South African government says Afrikaners, who are descendants of Dutch settlers, benefit the most economically. While they make up only 7% of the population, they also occupy most of the farmland. The new law in question gives the South African government permission to take land without compensation in certain cases to address disparities to Black South Africans as a result of the apartheid era. Again, we are supposed to hear from the White House says white.
So you heard that, you see that, right? That's quite old actually. And so they seized lots of land, and they killed lots of farmers. And the problem is the folks in charge of a different color skin have no idea how to farm. So the farmland that they've confiscated is just sitting there rotting. It's not growing anything anymore. It's not producing anything anymore. South Africa as a country has developed into a third world shithole country. Since the regime change, let's say. They can't keep the power on. They didn't build any of the infrastructure. They can't maintain it or keep it up. So, hey, it's just, it's it's not going to turn out well in the long run. Let's put it like that. Anyway, let's hear from some more deranged leftisms, lefty idiots, such as this one.
They're saying that essentially these white South Africans assimilate better, and they're also not as much of a security risk. That's really causing a lot of people to be appalled, frankly.
People to be appalled, frankly, at facts. At facts. Well, you know what? We don't give a fuck anymore. Facts don't care about your feelings, and we don't care. You want to be appalled, go ahead and be appalled all you want. We're going to sit there and laugh at your stupidity and your idiocracy.
And I also should tell people that this violence that they're talking about that are dealing with these Afrikaners, I've been hearing from people that say there is violence in South Africa, but it's affecting everybody of every single race, Katie. So the Trump...
Sure it is. Yeah, everybody of every single race. Yeah, except that's a lie. What does Don Lemon Nuts have to say? I'm sure he has something brilliant to contribute to this, right?
This South African farmer bullshit, which is the most blatantly obvious racist shit ever.
Really?
It is blatantly obvious the way that we treat white South Africans, who, by the way, for the most part, and I am generalizing here, some of the wealthiest people are well-to-do people in the country. They speak their language. They own most of the land and the property.
No.
and somehow they're being granted a fast track to become Americans while they're trying to cut down on immigration from other countries. You know, you get that from where? From the brown people. On March 7th, Trump took to Truth Social to announce he is offering white South African farmers, quote, a rapid pathway to U.S. citizenship, pointing out that South Africa's new land reform push signed into law last year, which lets the government take land without compensation if the property is not being used and there's no intention to either develop or make money from it. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you some context here. They're not just taking land away from white South Africans.
Yes, they are.
White South
Exactly what
Africans,
they're
about
doing.
9% of the population, owned 87% of the fertile land.
Yeah, because they're the
Okay?
only ones that know how to
Today,
farm it. You
black South
cannot.
Africans make up more than 90% of the population, and they only hold about 4% of all privately owned land. So what they're trying to do is say, hey, we need to fix an historical injustice and figure out if you're not using that land to farm, then we need to have some of that land, not taking all of your entire farm. That's not what's happening.
That's exactly
And we need
what's
to what?
happening.
There needs to be equity. And now people are crying because the playing field is being leveled. And so therefore it is now discrimination.
Really? So equity to these leftists is stealing shit from other people and giving it to somebody else that didn't deserve it, didn't earn it, can't work it. And, you know, I mean, come on, man. Wow, these people, their racism is really showing. I mean, it's just a fascinating thing. And so you want to see what this is. You have to watch this. This is a helicopter flyover. And what you're going to notice here as this goes on, you see the crosses on both sides of the street here. These are all the white farmers. Okay, how many crosses are here? Matter of fact, we don't need to hear the helicopter. How many crosses do you see on these roads here, huh? That is all of the white farmers just randomly killed by the new regime without consequence. They're allowed to just go in and kill whoever they want, especially when you're white. And that's what they've been doing. Do you see it? It goes on and on and on and on and on. You're talking about thousands and thousands of people that have been slaughtered and killed and had their land taken away. Yeah. But, you know, hey, you know, why should we give them a fast track into the country? I mean, you know, they should just go someplace else or something, they say. Do you know that these people have been there for like a couple hundred years? I mean, they act like these people were never there, that they somehow it's their fault that there was apartheid. These are the farmers. They never had anything to do with any of those people who did apartheid. But again, here we go. This is what they face. Take a look.
For each one person that is being killed by the taxi industry, we kill 5 white people. For every one black person you kill 5 white people. You kill one of us, we'll kill 5 of you. We'll kill the children, we'll kill the women, we'll kill anything that we find on our way. They kill one of us, we kill how many? They kill one of us, we kill how many? They kill one of us, we kill how many whites? We kill the children, we kill the women, we kill their dogs, we kill their cats, we kill anything that comes for each.
Right? You saw that, you heard that, right? We kill them all. We'll kill the women, we'll kill the children, we'll kill all those white hunky cracker bitches. We'll kill them all. Yeah. Gonna kill them all. Wow, man. This is how much they love killing white people. Watch this. They dance.
Alliance. Shoot to kill.
Kill.
Kill the poor. The farmer. Kill the poor. The farmer.
The farmer.
Brr, pa. Pa. Brr, pa. Pa. Attention.
You see that, right? You see that? Heard that? There's a whole stadium of these people dancing and jumping up and down in joy that they're going to kill all the white people. I mean, wow. But, all these lefties are saying, well, these people shouldn't get ahead of, preferred status or anything like that. These are not real refugees. They're white people. White people got money. Oh, my God. Their racism is just on full display. It's just too much. So they all for refugees, as long as they're not white, they don't have a job, they hate America, and they're going to come here and commit crimes. Then they love them. But if they're white and they're going to come here and go to work, then they hate them. Yeah, that's not how it works. But anyway.
Its refugee program as soon as next week. 3 people familiar with the matter have said. It's a divisive move.
Thank you, Mr. Trump.
Especially given that Trump has been blocking refugee admissions from the rest of the world. 2 of the sources, who requested anonymity as they were sharing internal plans, said their aim is to fly the initial cohort of around 50 Afrikaners into Washington Dulles International Airport in Virginia.
It was like an answered prayer.
Life coach Katia Beeden is administrator of a website that seeks to help white South Africans take up Trump's offer.
We've been forgotten. It's very hard for us to travel. It's very hard for us to get visas. So to suddenly hear that a country like the United States is offering us refugee status was a really big deal. And I was so excited. I felt so relieved. It just felt like a lifeline.
In February, Trump issued an executive order that called for the US to resettle Afrikaner refugees. It said Afrikaners, who are descendants of mostly Dutch early settlers, were victims of unjust racial discrimination. The assertion that minority white South Africans face discrimination from the black majority has spread in far-right circles for years and been echoed by Trump's white South African-born ally.
Yeah, you hear that? In far-right circles. Why do we need far-right circles, man? All you need is look at this.
Alliance. Shoot to kill. Yamaza. Kill the Boer, the farmer. Kill the Boer, the farmer. Brr, pa, pa.
Made up conspiracy, right-wing conspiracy theories, hey? yeah, right? Made up.
One person that is being killed by the taxi industry will get 5 white people. For every 1 black person will kill 5 white people. You kill 1 of us, we'll kill 5 of you. We'll kill the children, we'll kill the women, we'll kill anything.
So they're going to kill us all. I mean, you seen the video with the gravestones. Idiots. But these idiots, hey, they just... they're just so bad. It's just so racist. I mean, if anybody needs asylum and refugee status, it's probably people who are getting killed and having their land robbed away from them because of the color of their skin. Yeah, think maybe that'd be okay to let those kind of people come into our country. I don't know. You let me know what you think about it down there in the comments, man. Is it somehow racism because we're letting in people whose lives are in danger? They happen to be white. Or do you agree with the lefties and think this is some kind of racism nonsense? Please let me know down in the comments. And again, please give me a thumbs up, a like, and a subscribe to my channel here because I'm struggling. Until next time, peace.